So we'll let the GTC machine get on going first. And the Toyota by Manat will lead the way, weaving and heating up those tires. The end of the day right here in Sepang, Malaysia, means that the sun is going down, which also means that the tarmac is cooling down. This, of course, is providing relief for the tires, not so much of a pressure for the drivers out there, so they can actually go all out, considering that they only have 30 minutes for this race to commence, and the timer will not start until they go back to the starting line. Currently following the pace car. You can see some minor debris on the track right now, even though I'm far away seating behind the monitor right now. I can still see a lot of road debris from the tires of all day practicing and qualifying and racing from previous races of the GT Asia and Thailand Supercar GTM Plus and GTM that just finished. The day is winding down, and you see the Cayman together with the TA2 debuting for Thailand Super Series, about to give us a great show. If I'm not mistaken, the TA2 is going to climb up that grouping really, really fast. And it's easy to spot the TA2. When they come at you, it's kind of like a wide shark. Most of them are representing bodies of the American Coupe. 2 doors, modified to the Trans Am spec TA, more specifically TA2. But the Cayman GT4 class is also a force to be reckoned with on track. Thailand Supercar GTC right here, sponsored by Toyota, Sing, Be Quick, Michelin, ETS, Racing Fuel, GS Batteries, Furio, Mitsu, Yamaha as well. It's a shot of the number 9, Kamik. Glad he's back in show. Kind of a blurry shot there, isn't it? So once again, the timer for the clock will begin once they cross the finish line again. Going back to the starting lineup, actually. 30 minutes. You can't have a 30-second race. For those of you that are following Thailand Super Series, tomorrow will be April 1st, or to some will be April Fool's Day. Nothing to fool around with. You'll have a whole day of racing tomorrow after the track inspections. Starting off will be the classic cars because that's an event for the locals here in Malaysia. Then kickstarting it with TCR Asia at around 10:05. Let's just say 10 o'clock in the morning. Then Thailand Supercar GTC and the Cayman GT4 and TA2 class. Race number 2 tomorrow will be at 11:05. Be here, be square. 12 o'clock, of course, will be a classic car show for the locals here in Malaysia. And then another local favorite will be a Malaysian Championship Series, which we are joining with right here in Sepang. Then GT Asia at 4:30 and at 2:30, sorry, and at 4 will be TCR Asia. Right now it's green, 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 folks. It's racing time for Thailand Super Series, Thailand Supercar GTC and Cayman GT4 TA2 class on the move. Clean start and good getaway. A little bit of bump there for you. Ugh. Cayman fighting at the rear of another Porsche and Porsche. Manat making his way back up front, still holding on to second place. Lost it a bit to the Porsche. 46 driven by Pasu Lipta Padlop, but spinning out a little bit too early. Not a good sign for him. at this rate, he'll be pretty much last. That spin out causes Manat to be back up front. What does that say, folks? That says, keep your cool. Racing. You can't just gun the engine and let her rip. Tires are still cold. Don't forget, the temperatures of the tarmac is down, down, down. And look at the gloomy skies in the background. I'm sure that's going to bring temperatures down even further. So Manat doing a good job, not getting too excited, letting things go normally and take its course. Not worrying just a bit, even though the Porsche did take the lead early on. Here's World Pumps for you. Early on, they had a little issue with their cars. I guess not anymore. They're back on the track thanks to a good pit crew. Here's the 37 once again, Manat. Here's the B Quick Hits. Mr. Hank J. Kicks right there. Big boss, hello. Gotta say, Be Quick, one of the main sponsors here as well for the events and events for Thailand Super Series. Putting up a great show in almost all the categories, of course, sweeping in, of course, highlighting at the TA2 class. Shoving in, hanging on in the tail of a Toyota, about to cross over and sweep him in on the long stretch. Makes a pass, shoving in, going in for the first position, passing by Manat. Manat not giving up, clawing his way back up. It's all about balance here. They're not yet bumper to bumper. Well, that's pretty close. Gotta say, if this was a normal car in a normal street, heck, I'd say, back off, buddy. You're really close to my back. But in racing, anything goes, folks. It's all good sportsmanship. At the end of the day, it's all smiles. Kamik is still in contention in 1, 2, and 3. Oh, wait a minute. Greg Corliss coming up right behind. About to pounce on Manat. They can just update this grid. I'm looking at the televised version. It's a little bit confusing, but nobody can miss that car coming out from the back. Really strong. It's like a David and Goliath situation. TA2 is already making it into the front of the grid. Folks, we're only like 4 or 5 minutes into the race, and already TA2 class is up front. Well, going to be up front, totally now in 3rd place. I'm betting that's Craig. Shoving in, holding on dearly to 1st place. Manat chasing the back of the Porsche. Cayman. Of course, the Cayman GT2 class is a good show for a debut show with the TA2 for Thailand Super Series. It's a treat for everybody. Now you see the 88 machine, Greg Corliss, saying bye-bye to Manat. And understandably so, because, I mean, that thing is just a monster. Look at the size of that thing. Hello, guys in pits. Everybody keeping their cool in the hot weather of Malaysia here. Oh, a little bit of debris flying off. Hopefully not going into the radiators. If that ever happens, you know what's going to happen. Overheating, baby. That's right. And you can't have that in a hot weather situation. That's just going to spell disaster. Look at that machine. Slip and slide. Do I see a little bit of camouflaged? You can't camouflage something that big, guys. 88 machine going at it. Craig Corliss. Big smiles down by the Power Lab group. Chavanin doing a pretty good job, actually, for his class. Best time so far, 2:20. That would explain it. But then keep an eye out for Craig Corliss, 2:19. Meanwhile, I believe that was the number, wait a minute, World Pumps. Just went off into the grass right there. Anyway, back up front, like I said, Chavanin was doing a 2:20, but Craig Corliss is doing 2:19. That just means he's gonna inch his way over and over. Here's a replay of what had happened. Like a bit of an engine problem there, blowing white smoke out the tail. Not a good sign. That Evo number 7, Wirakat. Not only is he blowing out white smoke, but a little bit of also debris from underneath. Not sure if he actually ran into any of the debris earlier on, but here we go. Craig Corliss makes a #1 move over Chavanin. Much expected, as I was trying to foreshadow right there, only because of its power and size, and they're sandwiched right between two TA classes. Number 6 there going to Philip Masoud, also a TA2 machine. So GTC, will he keep his calm and keep in second? No siree, Bob. Number 6 taking the inside lane, passing the Porsche Cayman. Philip going up for number 2, right behind Craig Corliss, 88 machine. I believe this is the replay. Look at all that debris on the track. Maybe it's the debris from the previous race, or possibly the soft compound that's been used on these tires, only because it's a 30-minute race, not a 1-hour race like before, where we had the GT Asia and the Thailand Supercar GTM Plus and the GTM class running around. Meanwhile, the fight between Manat is still going on. I believe Chavanin is coming down and battling it out, duking it out with Manat, car number 37. Meanwhile, up front, it's a no-brainer. Craig Corliss, I'm sorry. Number 6, Chavanin. No, I'm sorry, number 6, Philip. My bad. Right behind Craig, coming down the stretch. I'm still wondering, why is there camouflage in front of 88? It's like, how are you going to hide that machine? Oh, I get it. It's got XO Autosport all over it. I guess they're trying to go for that camo. XO Magazine, Autosport Magazine is one of the magazines out there in Thailand. The car enthusiast and car culture in Thailand, by the way. Of course, Sing is also sponsoring this event, as you can see it on the windshields, and also on the side of this car, by Craig Corliss. Along with Sing, of course, Toyota and Be Quick is also in the mix. Of course, Michelin providing the stickies. Compound used to provide the grip there on the tarmac, and of course ETS racing fuel and GS batteries. Furio from Bangja and Iden Mitsu, as well as Yamaha, being the sponsors of today's race, and of course for the season, for Thailand Super Series. What you're watching right now is the first of many to come for this season. This is Thailand Supercar GTC class. Earlier, we had GT Asia with the Thailand Supercar GTM and GTM Plus. Or I should actually say GTM Plus first, because that's the bigger class. Oh, we got a spin out here on 46. 46 Cayman. A little bit of spinning there. Pasu Lipta Panlop once again. I believe he spun out a little earlier, if I'm not mistaken. Not sure. Why is the tail so tail happy these days? But right now, we are sitting nice and pretty right here in Sepang, Malaysia. You'd think the Thailand Super Series will stay in Thailand? Not really. It'll go wherever it needs to go. Right now, we need to be here in Sepang, Malaysia to kickstart the season. Making it truly international. After all, this is an international circuit. Also hosting a lot of the F1 and of course the MotoGP as well. Hello there. In the pit row, proud of the Lamborghini guys. A little bit of mix for you from the Be Quick teams. Porsche, number 18, Ian Ross Geeky. I said hello to him earlier. And the Challenger TA2. TA2 right there is the number 22, driven by Garat Supapong. A lot of people joke with me because I kept reading his name as Grant. Well, that's the way it was spelled on the board, so that's the way I read it. I have to be a little bit of shameful there, not knowing that his correct pronunciation was Garat. Okay. Driving a beautiful car nonetheless, representing Be Quick. Nice and yellow. Easy to spot these guys on the track anywhere they go. Even though they're on the same team, they're in a different class. Clearly the TA2 is much bigger. Is the 22 car having a little issue with his side mirrors flipped up or twisted around? There's the XJ Kicks right there. Big boss over at Be Quick Racing. Listen to those. Listen to that. Which one do you think is giving the rumble? Is it the TA2 or the Porsche? Well, obviously, I think the TA2 class. If I'm not mistaken, I think the Porsche was squealing the rear wheel. Porsches, of course, are known to be a little bit tail happy, spinning out. Unless, of course, you set it properly. With the suspension settings correct. Looks like number 6 going on the inside lane. Will he make it? They're side by side going around the corner. Still on the inside lane. Clinching there. Craig Corliss trying to hold on. With the camouflaged TA2 up front. Philip trying to inch his way closer and closer. Tailgate happy with number 88. 6 going up at 88. Philip. I believe the first one is a representation of a Mustang. Looking at just the tail design or the lights of the tail light design. Meanwhile, the one in the back I think represents the Camaro for a TA2 body or Trans Am body. These days, kids remember the Camaro from the Transformer movies. But believe me, if a Transformer was made from these TAs, it would be a monster. Number 88 still holding it own. Down the track they go, leaving a lot of space to spread for Philip Masood, car number 6, to play catch-up. His tail looks like a little bumpy right there, actually. These are torque-happy monsters. If you apply a little bit too much on the accelerator, it might go slip and slide. What did I just say? I am sorry. Hope I didn't jinx you there, Craig Corliss. But I did see a little bit of a mistake. He had the rear wheel in the grass just a tad bit before spinning that out. And I saw that happening. Didn't mean to jinx it there, but now Philip is up front. Number 6, running on his own. TA2 running away. Meanwhile, GTC class, Manat number 37, is first in his class, very good, but third overall. And shoving in, car number 2, fourth overall, but second in GTC. I believe that says mechanics on the side. Just goes to show that you put enough pressure for the guy up front, leads up to a mistake. And of course, with these wide enough bodied cars, sometimes it's a little bit hard to gauge where your tires are at the moment. There you see a little bit of slip and slide himself on the mechanics car from Philip, car number 6 for the TA2 class. He's got to be careful. That's a good sign that the rear is getting tail happy. See if there's any more examples of that. Manat closely behind, still has a chance to clutch it. But currently taking it in for GTC, representing number 1. Craig Corliss still holding his own, but down now to third position in the 88 TA2 machine. He's got a little bit of catching up to do. Be quick, TA2. Car number 26. Nalin, now Satan. Currently on the grid, it says 9th position overall. For the TA2, he is 5th. Best time so far for him was a 2:22, or 2 minutes and 22 seconds, down Sepang, Malaysia. Garan Supapong, I believe, is the challenger with the aerodynamic side view mirrors right there. Not sure why he's doing that. Maybe it was a little bit of a touch and rub with the other car that caused that. Here's a little replay earlier with the 11 TA by Gregory Bennett, trying to pass Wicks. Where's the shot of Gregory once again? Car number 11, but overall right now in 10th position. For the TA2 class, he's 6. All of them have done 7 laps down Sepang, Malaysia. Bit of curiosity as the cameraman pans over to see the Porsche in action as well. Greg. I believe he was one of, if not the fastest drivers out there in the TA2 machine. And since we have around 10 minutes and 40 seconds still on the counter, anything can happen. So I'm sure he's saying, no problem, I can get through this. All he's got to do is strategize, keep his calm, get back up there somehow. Somehow he's a little bit far behind from Philip though, car number 6, the TA machine, who overtook him earlier for 88. Craig Corliss spun out. Leaving Manat, number 37, in 2nd position. Number 26 machine about to get passed by the 11. Be quick, will he let up? Yes or no? Be quick up on the inside lane. Being on the inside gives him a little bit of the advantage and the right of passage to be up front. Wonderful livery for all the cars, and of course sponsored by Sing for this event. But the thing is, with the 11 car inching up his way, Gregory Bennett and Nalin at it, neck and neck. It just shows that the 11 car there, Gregory, is trying to pull out all the stops there just to pass him. If he gets close once, he'll get close again. It's just a matter of when. Remember, folks, if you get too close to the outside lane, you might spin out. Check this one out. 46 car now out in the gravel, trying desperately to get out of the gravel. It's dramatic, and it looked like he's dug himself into the gravel now. Pasu Lipta Panlop once again twisting around. Rear happy. I'm sure the replay will show that for you. He was currently running at 11th overall for the GTC class. Checking back at the replay. Hopefully we'll see who came in. What had happened? Oh! Spun out before hitting the curb. Losing control and then tail happy out into the gravel. Once he spun his rear wheel, that was it, folks. He just dug himself into the hole. Hopefully he'll get the car out and make it for another battle tomorrow. In the meantime, folks, Be Quick TA2 machine 26. There's the Be Quick team keeping their eye on the screens. 26 machine, Nalin. Making his way around the bend there. Gotta defend. Against Gregory Bennett, who is right behind his tail. We showed him earlier that he was really close, and most likely he'll show him again. Gregory Bennett, number 11, I believe is a resemblance of the Mustang or a TA2 machine. Sontuya Kunplum, he is overall in 11th position, the number 8 car. Once again showing that he'll come in, taking the slipstream. Oh, a little tail happy there. Not sure what's going on. Meanwhile, that 46 car is still trying to get out of the gravel, spinning the rear tires. Listen to the engines roar as they accelerate out the corners. Snaking their way through Sepang, Malaysia right now as day ends to a close sooner or later. 6 minutes and a half left to go for the race right here for Thailand's Super Series. Supercar GTC and Cayman GT4 TA2 class. A lot of the highlights of the shots here ending up on the TA2 machines, rightly so. They make such a presence here on the track, anywhere. I wonder where Philip is right now. Back at position number 1, still at it, obviously, not changed, with Manat in 2nd position and 1st for the GTC class, running 10 laps already. It was scheduled at around 11 laps for this race. And look at the laps they're doing right now. They're 10 laps in, and with 5.5 minutes left to go, that's approximately, I guess, 2 laps left. So they probably will do another lap more than expected. Goes to show how fast these cars are going. Ooh, a little squirrely there. Gotta be careful. They once said that the American cars can't turn. Well, that's for oval setted cars, right? These settings are for road tracks and circuits like here in Sepang, Malaysia, which is great for passing. Also got a great stretch for accelerating. Got to be careful because coming out of the apex, if you over accelerate too much in these torque machines, you'll spin. Oops, I better not say that again. I don't want to jinx anybody. 26 machine. Nalin, Nel Saton, still holding on. Be Quick machine, piloting it out, looking them getting a little bit wide on the corners right there. These two are not letting up, and so is the cameraman, who are poised and set, locked on target on these two machines. 26, of course, Nalin trying to block his way. Meanwhile, finally we get a shot of the mechanic's car, or the number 6 machine. by Philip Masood. Yes. The finished checkered race, and the race has ended. Finished first. Finally, a shot of the winner, the leader. And congratulations to the first for GTC class, Manat, car number 37. Meanwhile, Greg Corliss couldn't make it up to first, but that's not a problem. Finished third and also second for TA2 class. So third being overall, and Chavanin in fourth position overall. Second for GTC. Congratulations. Michael Freeman coming in fifth overall, the 55 machine, but TA2 class is in third position. Something to celebrate. Also got to mention GTC machine, Ian Ross Geeky piloting number 18 comes in third position for GTC. Sixth overall, and seventh goes to Mick, finishing in seventh overall for the number 9 machine. GTC, fourth position. From the beginning, it was seen that the TA2 was started from the back. Of course, they had more power. They put them in the back, but within 4 or 5 laps, they were already up front. And it was seen like this during qualifying rounds or practice that these machines can run. They can take the heat, take the abuse. Congratulations there, Philip. And the mechanics team, the TA2 Monster, car number 6. TA2 Racing, right there for you. A little bit of a surprise, actually, because, I mean, in my head, a lot of people's minds were scrambling, thinking that Craig Corliss will hold his own. With the camouflage, we'll probably see in the replay when he made the slight mistake of running his rear tire over the curb a bit and then spinning out. There you go. Another Toyota machine passes through. And we are done for today. Thailand Supercar GTC and Cayman GT4 and TA2 debuting today for race number 1 is done for round 1. 31st of March 2018, right here in Sepang, Malaysia, the first of Thailand Supercar Series. Stay tuned for tomorrow. Here are the results coming in right now officially. Let's get the graphics right back up there again, I guess. Some decisions might have to be made before releasing this. It's a shot of the stadium right there. I wonder why they pulled the graphics out. But according to me, Philip, number 6, coming in first. Manat coming in second, 37, 88. Craig Corliss, third. Fourth goes to Chavanin. The number 2 car, 55 machine by Michael Freeman. 6th goes to Ian Ross Geeky, and 7th goes to Mick, the 9 machine, and Nalin Nailsaton, car number 26 in 8th position. 9th position overall, car number 11 with Gregory Bennett, and Sontiakun Bloom comes in at 10th. That rounds out the first top 10 right there for you and ends the day. I'd like to say thank you to our sponsors. Thank you to Toyota, Sing, Be Quick, Michelin Tires for providing the stickies, and ETS Racing Fuel, GS Batteries, Bangcha Furio, Idenmitsu, and Yamaha. As these cars are pulling in to the pits, park firm, a little bit of a highlight would be coming up shortly. Tomorrow's will be starting off with the TCR Asia at 10:05, so be there or be square. With Thailand Supercar GTC and Cayman GT4 and TA2 class, tomorrow will be at 11:05. and Malaysian Championship Series. If you're in for that, for the local sensation of the Malaysian Championship Series, right here in Sepang, Malaysia, at 1 o'clock tomorrow. At 2:30 will be GT Asia tomorrow, and at 4 o'clock TCR Asia will do its second race. So Sunday is also race day for April 1st, not April Fools, nothing to fool about. Here's the final results right here. Finally, Philip Masood comes in first, Manat comes in second, Greg Corliss in third, Michael Freeman in fourth, Ian Ross Geeky in fifth, and Mick in sixth, Nalin in seventh, and Gregory Bennett eighth, Sotiakun Bloom 9, and Totsapon in 10. Grant, Goran. Gotta kick myself in the butt every time you say that. In 11th, Sutipong in 12th, Virakat in 13th position, Pratib in 14th, Don Pastor in 15th, and Shavanin in 16th, Pasu in 17th position. That's it for today, folks. This is Lord Siri Boon Me, commentating for you live in English for Thailand.